you can actually combine the powers themselves by starting to run fast in yellow, and your momentum will carry over as long as you're still running. So you
Ah,
can
I
switch
see.
to blue and jump high, so you can clear much
So
larger
if you
gaps.
do it right, you could like run and do a super jump as you transition into it.
Right, right,
Cool,
right.
that's awesome.
So I guess we'll
Yeah, sure.
start playing the game.
All right. So I remember seeing this on the first day, and immediately I really enjoy what you've done with the backgrounds. It's like you can see that there's a lot of depth there. The sky looks really cool. The art design in general looks awesome.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we took a lot of inspiration from old classics of our childhood. So we're a little younger, so that's more of GameCube era. So Wind Waker is a big inspiration for us, as well as the original Jack and Daxter when things were still colorful. Um, and gameplay-wise, we took inspiration from the likes of similar dimension swapping games like Ikaruga,
So,
more recently Outland and stuff
so
like
I
that.
see it looks like using a power to make those invisible platforms visible.
Right. So right now Kyle has the blue dimension. So when he's in blue, he can jump really high, but also certain objects only exist in blue dimension.
Ah.
And what comes with that is because it's a toggle. There's also in effect a neutral dimension, which is all the other ones turned off. So certain gaps like this, he can only clear by jumping high.
So
So
you need
it's
that.
not, yeah, it's not apparently obvious that he needs to be in blue sometimes. And he's just gonna grab a collectible there, which unlock levels in the full game. Not so much in the demo.
So, are there any other characters outside the main character that you're currently playing?
Oh, right. So I guess I didn't touch on the story. You actually play as Ray. She's an explorer, and you come across Fractal, who is the little girl with the purple dress. She right there,
Hmm.
and she
Yeah,
acts
she's
as
been in the background
checkpoints.
quite a few times.
Yeah, she acts as checkpoints in the demo as well, and you come across Fractal, and she's the one who gives you these powers. So it's a I scratch your back, you scratch mine situation. So Fractal will help you find what you're looking for as an explorer, but in exchange, she wants your help. So she's looking for these masks that are scattered throughout the world, and they become infected and are basically causing havoc wherever they are. So in this case, the cactuses here aren't normally alive and happy. So that's actually the mask infected nearby that's causing all these things to come to life.
I see. You collected quite a few of those masks earlier as you were going along the stage.
Right, right. Um, and those in effect in the full game experience, those are basically pieces of mask forming the whole, if you will. So now he has to combine the abilities, and that this is the first time where he has to actually run fast
Run,
and
switch, and
to
then
blue.
jump. Okay.
Because otherwise he could run fast and he can get far enough, but he can't get high enough.
There you go.
But if you just use blue, he won't go far enough. So, okay, so he's going to do a full run here and try to get all the collectibles. There are 7, I think, in the demo.
So I'm not sure if I asked this already, but what platforms are you looking at right now?
So right now we're targeting PS4, PC, and Mac. Those are first. We're open to other consoles in the future, but that's what we're going for first. And that'll be late this year if everything goes right, and if everything goes wrong, early next year.
Oh, some of the cacti are starting to smile, it looks like.
Oh yeah, they are all very happy, and they laugh when you die. So it's if you cranked it up, you can hear sometimes they giggle and sometimes they go oh, depending. But yeah, so he's blazing through the demo. So our game is actually pretty attuned to speedrunning.
Mm-hmm.
We do plan on implementing a speedrunning mode
Nice.
in the future. But once you get the running power, you don't ever actually have to stop in any of the levels. You can keep running through the
So
whole
if
thing.
you know the level really well, you can just run your way right through the whole thing.
Right. A first-time player, it can take them about 30 minutes to beat the whole first world. But if you know what you're doing, it can take under 5 minutes. You can just run right through the whole thing. Oh, so now we have dragons, so we have enemies. And sometimes they play with the dimensions as well, so some dragons and the projectiles will only exist in certain dimensions as well. So now he has red, so now he can break through specific objects.
And this is the third color.
Yeah, this is the third and final color.
Okay.
We didn't want to... 3 is already a lot. So
especially if you're going to have mixing.
Right. So we try to introduce all the colors up front, and then everything else that builds from that will be environmental objects that react to those colors. For instance, later in the game, we plan on having platforms that are basically move in cardinal directions based on what dimension you're in. So if you're in blue, they'll move left, yellow up, red right, etc. So, as an example for a late game.
So how is he supposed to attack the dinosaurs in the background, or are you supposed to just make it through the stage?
In this case, make it through the stage. The punching is a very passive ability. However, you do use it to battle the bosses in the game. So to hit their weak spots.
Got you.
And that'll be exposed after you basically solve the puzzle that is the boss.
I see that he found a little secret mask there.
Right. I think he has one more to go. I'm not sure. I know it's in the next level, and I know it's the last one. So yeah, he has one more to go. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, there it is. Mr. Big Bat.
You wouldn't expect to go the other way at the beginning of the stage.
But yeah, we want the game to be really hard as well. So
yeah, I mean that makes it more exciting if you want people to replay through it over and over.
Right. And we want it to be, hard but forgiving. So we have pretty frequent checkpoints for that reason. He just died.
Yep,
he didn't go back.
Nope.
Once you solve a puzzle, because it is a puzzle, we don't want to,
make you do
punish
the same
player.
thing over and over when you don't need to.
Yeah, we don't want to punish the player for doing something right as much as possible. But I think he has one more level after this, and that'll be the end of the demo.
Cool. These levels look really awesome so far.
Yeah, thanks.
Where can they find more information about development?
So you can find more information at prismagame.com. There's also all our social medias there. But we also live stream the development on Twitch. So if you go to twitch.tv/ShinyBoltGames, we do stream on weekdays.
Awesome. Make sure to follow the channel, guys.
Yeah. But not during PAX days. Let's see if he could... this level, you can go through the whole thing from the beginning without having to stop, but
if you wait for the platform, I assume that you can get a secret or something, right?
I don't know about in this level.
Okay.
Definitely some style points.
All right.
You get some style points. But no, this level, you're basically, over the course of the levels, you're getting higher and closer to the tower in the background.
Ah, I see.
And the boss of the world is actually at the top of the tower, which won't be in the demo. So
okay, I got you. But I imagine that you will get to the base of the tower and have to fight your way up there.
Right. And then that'll basically test everything you learned over the course of the world. But in the full game, we plan to have 30 levels with 5 bosses. And
that's a lot. Wow.
Yeah, and with a few, there's hubs and things as well. The normal game, this is for the booth experience. We ran all the levels together.
Got you. So are you considering anything like custom levels?
Yes, but not for launch.
Okay.
But yeah, the ideas have crossed our mind.
Okay.
But that's about it for the demo itself.
Cool. That looked very cool. Thank you very much for showing it to us. So is there anything else that you'd like to say to the folks at home?
No, keep up with us on Twitch or Twitter, social media, prismagame.com. Info for all that is there. So
Cool. All right. So thank you very much, Hank and Kyle, for showing off the game to us. Greatly appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
All right, and thanks a lot to the folks at home. Here at Indie.XSplit, we're going to be continuing with more and more games. That is it for my time, but Chris will be joining us very soon. Shouts to Chris Slight, and I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Thanks, everyone.